widens the gap between the train and the platform.
Hi everyone, we are at, as you can see here, Legal Geek 2025. I'm walking the streets of Legal Geek and doing random interviews with people I meet. The cool thing about Legal Geek is always that you have an aching shoulder. So many high fives. Legal Geek is the birthplace of legal tech high fives. There's a couple of people here. I will interview some, I will walk around, and it already starts. So this will just be fun, and I will collect some opinions and voices and reflections of the last 24 hours. So stay tuned, I'll take a walk. Let's show you around a little bit. Hi everyone, viewers of BRYTER TV from I think 3 or 4 years ago will recognize this gentleman here.
Cheers. There's a number of different tactics that we use, just getting people excited about using technology. Advice time, I built an app. Yeah. And that's pretty cool. And then you're changing hearts and minds. They are indeed.
I'm here with Jeremy Coleman. Jeremy, can you introduce yourself to the crowd?
Thank you, Michael. Hi, everyone. My name is Jeremy Coleman. I'm the Vice President, Legal Research and Development at Contract Pod AI. I work in the LEA division, which is our AI legal assistance for in-house.
Thanks for joining our little street interview on the streets of Legal Geek, Jeremy.
Mean streets.
It's really cool. Like, we do street interviews where like the voices of the average person matter, and I really want to get the vibe and what people really think, which is why question number one goes to you.
All right.
What is your main learning for the last 24 hours? What did you like see and learn that you didn't know before, and what will you take home?
Well, probably I've got two.
Two
The
is
first
good.
is really I hadn't quite appreciated the importance of possessing a set of oyster knives.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah, it's an absolute must-have for the modern kitchen. Absolutely.
It is an underrated and underappreciated item in a modern kitchen setup.
Absolutely. So I will be after this going and acquiring.
You will for this statement, Jeremy. You will receive an oyster shucker from our oyster shucker stash.
Love it.
It's the oyster. Tis a season.
Tis. Although, what do they say about oysters? If it has
an
ends in a Y or an R?
An R. We're in October.
Yeah, so it's not good.
No, it's good.
Oh, it is good.
Yeah, it's good.
I forget.
It's like with the mushrooms and the seafood.
Oh, right.
But it's also, I think it's over. It's not a thing anymore because it was because of logistics and basically cold months. I think.
Oh yeah, right. Because it causes the red tide.
Yeah, and then like, exactly. And like, I think you can now eat oysters in June, like today.
Okay.
I'm not doing it though. I kind of look forward to the season.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll put the rules on the inside of the oyster knife box just to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number two. What's your learning? Number two.
Number two. Well, it's maybe not so much a learning; it's an observation. It feels like the insanity and the panic and the worry and the concern around AI is settled.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it feels like people are really leaning into it. They're finding their own ways of using it. Vendors are, everyone's got it, so it's not like AI washing, so to speak. Everyone's just really getting into it, and I think that's important. We've got over the hype, and now people are really getting down to how it actually gets used. And we're having really good conversations about it too.
I like that. Cool. What's your prediction for the next 3 years?
Well, it's a long time horizon. I would say I think that we will see, hopefully Canada will be invited to join Eurovision. That would be nice.
Maybe become a part of Europe. So
well, hopefully as a precursor to joining the European Union, you have to be in Eurovision. So that's one. I think probably when it comes to thinking about that MIT study where they're saying organizations aren't really seeing a ton of value from their AI investments, I think that is going to shift, and it's going to start to shift really quickly. Once we get out of the realm of a single person using AI to kind of enterprise-wide, I think that's where huge value is going to be.
That's such a beautiful outlook. You basically say the biggest the biggest change in the next 3 years will be tangible value.
Absolutely.
Bam.
Well, I mean, aside from all the geopolitical stuff.
Of course, of you joining the euro.
Absolutely.
But other than that, value.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. Can I say anything I want? Can I not? Tickle running like little. No, it's good. Cool.
Thanks. I'll see you.
Yeah, see you. See you latest in a couple of months or years. Take care. I just met Alex Irschenberger here.
Hello.
It's like it's VIP time. You just have to, roam the halls and you meet people like that. So, Alex, who are you? Introduce yourself briefly to the audience.
I am Alex. I am CEO of Legal Techno, which is a consultancy/education firm. I do a lot of teaching and AI and building products for legal teams in-house.
Nice. What are some of the things you learned in the last 24 hours? What will you take home as a new learning from Legal Geek 25?
Basically, I think it's a lot about people at the moment. So trust is gone. I think there was a session yesterday about the lack of trust generally in society. And I think trust between people we meet is still intact. So building relations. So if you're all the vendors here, selling is still going to be a people thing and not a tech thing. So
running in the morning also people thing.
Running is also a people thing. But yeah, selling products here will be much more people driven than product driven because honestly, all the products look the same.
Nice. That only gets me to my question number 3. But first, I want to hear a prediction. What is a prediction you have for the next 3 years?
Junior legal counsel is going to have a hard time. I think we're going to see a big issue for junior people because they're not going to be taught the right tools. They're not going to be taught the right things in school. So they will come out to a labor market that is fundamentally different than what they've been taught. And they're going to struggle because no one is going to give them feedback anymore.
Okay, good. Good statement. What's your uncomfortable truth based on that?
Basically that junior counsels will cease to exist in its current form. And I think commercial legal will also cease to exist. I think BRYTER and a lot of other people will solve a lot of the simple tasks like sales negotiations, compliance.
Right.
Privacy will also cease to exist as we know it.
Thank you for sharing that. Very
and no one cares about privacy anymore.
Oh, that's actually, by the way, that's an important one too. I mean, it's kind of true in some respects. So thanks for sharing that. I love the streets of Legal Geek. Alex, have a good time.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
There you go. Nice one.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, we're at Legal Geek. This is Remco Visser. Remco, one sentence about yourself.
Yes, I'm Remco Visser, one of the co-founders of Saga, and we help lawyers working with Legal AI and on our Legal AI platform.
Cool. Nice. What is like your standout learning from the Legal Geek so far? You walked around, you spoke to people. What did you learn?
Yeah, I think everyone is really excited. I think if you look at the vendors here, so many people are now active in Legal AI, which I think is very cool. But it's also a lot of conversations with vendors and with the users who are here. I think a lot of stands out that there's so much, right?
Yeah.
A lot of options, and how are you going to stand out? And I think it's also learning like you should stand out, right?
Yeah.
I think we do it more by focusing on the user and on the adoption journey instead of only focusing on selling the technology. But that's definitely something we should focus even more on. How do you stand out with so many awesome vendors here?
So your learning is also adoption is key. Like adoption is the more important part.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you don't do it with focus on adoption, it's kind of easy to let go of our software, right? That you get churned or people just leave you and say, well, we don't use it enough. And then we switch, and now we have so many options.
Yeah.
So, and then now the first contracts start ending. So now it's really time to get the adoption going, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think that will be decisive. What's one thing you predict for the next 3 years? How will the market change?
Good one. I think instead of only like buying software and then just testing a little bit with it, I think it'll be much more integrated. So now I think we've seen a lot of times people build their own software, or a lot of vendors build software, maybe even in-house to build their own product. But now I don't see enough integrations yet. I think the next 3 years will be more integrating things, and then it's able to get more workflows end to end, right? Either just by sequencing or maybe like agentic workflows. And we've heard a lot about agentic AI is going to be, 2025 is the year of agentic AI, and I don't think it's there yet. But if there's going to be more and more connectors between different software or between different processes within the company, I think that definitely goes there. Yeah.
So 2028 will be the year of agentic AI.
Yeah, we said 2026 to 2030, I think will be the real integration part, yeah.
Give me one uncomfortable truth that you're convinced about that maybe most people don't agree with.
Okay, I'm not sure if people don't agree with it, but I think buying software is easy. but using it in the right way in an organization is much more difficult.
Okay, it's not an uncomfortable truth.
No, I think it's
I give you that.
a comfortable
I give
truth.
you that. I give you that. Okay, have a good conference.
Thank you.
Enjoy, take care.
Thank you.
Hi, I just bumped into Joanna. Joanna, introduce yourself briefly.
Hi, I'm Joanna Goodman. I am the tech columnist for the Law Society Gazette. So I'm a technology journalist.
Nice. And Joanna, 2 days of Legal Geek. What will you take home? What have you learned? What is like something you learned in the last 48 hours?
Well, the thing I'm going to take home is that community still matters. It's still a wonderful community at Legal Geek, and everyone's still here on the second afternoon. So legal tech community still matters to us all.
Nice. I like that. Great. Tell me, what's your prediction next 3 years?
Well, that's really difficult to make because at the moment we've got AI and it's changing things. As always, like with any technology, things change relatively slowly and then suddenly. I can't remember the quote, but it was gradually then suddenly, and I think that's what happens with legal tech. So we had a gradual build up to AI, and suddenly everyone's into it and everyone's using it. So now we're going to see what the transformation really will be.
Nice, thanks for sharing. Joanna, you're not afraid of speaking the truth.
No.
Give me an uncomfortable truth.
All right. Well, the uncomfortable truth is I'm really interested always in the startup dynamic. And this year, the Startup Alley was downstairs in the basement, and I have only met one female founder today. So we've still not got the diversity we need in the legal tech startup world.
Okay, thanks for sharing. This is also, you need role models that inspire people to get something started. So, you're a self-started entrepreneur. You're doing that too. So, thanks for leading the way at least.
Thank you so much for interviewing me.
Same, Joanna. Great meeting you always. As every year, it's a great pleasure. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Nice. Hi, everyone. I'm here with Moritz from Munich. Moritz, introduce yourself to the crowd so they know who you are.
Hi, I'm Moritz. Together with my colleague Alex, we run the Legal Tech Co-Lab, which is an incubator and accelerator for legal tech startups based in Munich. We have 30 members that we're supporting. Some of them, like BRYTER, have become big important companies already. First time here at Legal Geek.
What's your impression of Legal Geek? How do you like it?
So I've mostly been to German fairs so far, and I must say what most impresses me is the energy. There's so much positive spirit in the air. People are actually talking about what they're using and not just huge stories of AI, but that's really impressive.
Nice. What's your number one learning you take home that you kind of learned in the last 24 hours? Did you see something, observe something, a funny anecdote?
What I really like here is the number of games you have on the stands. I feel though that's a bit of a sign for a bubble. Once the stand games become a bit too elaborative, it gets crazy. I
mean, you have car races, right? Literally car races. Yeah, whatever grabs your attention. I always said we were close to a bubble when people offer you $500 gift vouchers for your
free iPhone.
The lead prices go up, right? It's incredible. That's wild.
That's what your VC doesn't want.
Well, the irony is that if you buy a lead for 1,000 and this makes sense, and people join your demo and then later get the voucher, if this really works, then be my guest. But it feels bubbly. It feels bubbly. Give me one prediction for the next 3 years.
I think not even the next 3 years, but I think within the coming year we will see a bit of a bubble bursting.
Okay.
And we will see some of the companies that we are seeing now with massive stands we won't see with the same stand size.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm comfortable, but I think true.
So this would have been my question number 3. What is an uncomfortable truth to you?
That's one.
That's one.
And I think the other one is legal departments, in-house legal departments nowadays, they say that finally now they can focus on the main work, and now that AI is there, I think it's going to replace a lot of main work, and many of the law firms are going to see that external legal spend will go down.
Okay, good. You're not alone with that observation. I don't think it's uncomfortable, but no, I mean, it's not one that you hold alone, but it's uncomfortable. It's for.
People saying, oh, we have so much work, now finally we can focus on the main work. What is the main work if not drafting and reviewing contracts?
I like that. Thank you very much, Moritz. Good stuff. Thanks. Have a good conference.
Guter, du solltest Moderator werden. Also.
Hi everyone, I just met Andrea Miscolci. Andrea, maybe introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to the team.
Hi everyone. My name is Andrea Miscolci. I'm the founder and managing director of Interalia Consulting, a consulting boutique for law firms and in-house legal teams. And what I am consulting on is, in classic terms, legal innovation, legal tech, legal operations, strategy. In reality, how do you start your tech journey? How do you make the most out of your tech tool? How do you make change happen and return on investment increasing to the roofs?
Nice. Tell me something you learned in the last 24 hours here at Legal Geek. That's something you saw, something that you found funny or interesting and you will take home with you.
You know, to be honest with you, I spent a lot of time chatting outside of the room. So I attended very few sessions. But a returning topic was how much the industry has changed. And the industry, I mean legal tech industry in the last 10 years. And it was interesting to see all the familiar faces, but also I heard it again and again that this time is different. And also I heard the sentence, this time is different, and this is revolutionary, from one of the managing partners of a big firm. So not from one of us consultants creating fear, but a managing partner on stage says, this time is different and it's revolutionary.
Interesting. I had a conversation prior where our discussion was maybe there's an AI bubble, but AI makes the impulse so that legal has their legal tech moment. So
yeah. I agree. So I think the AI hype is or has created an opportunity to start the tech conversation. Yeah. And of course, everybody is interested to test AI tools or is testing at home, actually, ChatGPT. But this is an opportunity to open basically the question and talk about technology and talk about why you need it, and ask about what's your strategy, what are your problems, how technology, maybe AI, maybe not AI, can help solve your problems and increase or improve your business.
Nice. Give me a prediction of the next three years.
I think we will speak more and more about people, change, adoption. At the moment, it's like the number one kind of KPI of tool success is how many licenses have you managed to buy and to distribute in the. But actually, I think we will go deeper. What are these licenses? What are these tools are used for? And how do you start real change, redesigning processes? And we have been talking about this a long time, but I think we will talk even more.
Nice. Like in this direction, can you share an uncomfortable truth that you have? Something that people should know?
I think one topic that I personally haven't discussed, and I'm not sure whether it was on the agenda, is kind of the classic question, how will we train the juniors? And my opinion is that we ask this question in the wrong format. So the question shouldn't be how will we train our juniors to whatever draft the agreements, but like what are the skills that our people will need? And I use the word people, not definitely associates. What are the skills that organizations who deliver legal services will need? And how do you bring those skills on board?
Good.
I don't know whether it's uncomfortable, but
no, it's not the hottest of the hottest takes, but it's a good take, though. Very insightful. Thank you very much, Andrea, for sharing.
Thank you, Michael. See you.
Hi, this is the man and Jimmy, Legal Geek number 10.
Put on
9.
your radio voice.
My radio voice. No, this is my street interview voice. I walk around your conference and I ask people what they think about the conference.
Oh, okay.
This is unfiltered feedback, Jim.
Yeah.
Unfiltered feedback. No, ask them about what they liked over the last 24 hours, what they learned.
Yeah.
Interesting learning. I will make a synopsis for you.
Okay.
Make a summary. What's your number one learning of the last 24 hours?
I actually haven't seen that in sessions.
Anything you like, something that surprised you by talking to people? Something you learned that you didn't know about your own conference in the last.
Putting me on the spot. Do you know what? I've had so many people come up and speak to me about the nostalgic. That I've met 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I came to the first like tiny meetups we did. So for me, it's like, this is such a momentous event.
Right.
It's been speaking to people.
Right.
It's been special.
Very cool. No, hang on. What's your prediction for the next 3 years? Like for Legal Geek and the world, how's it going to be?
10 years ago, we did 1 hour on AI.
Yeah.
Today, we've had so many hours probably covering that type of thing. But who knows what the future is? But it's definitely, legal tech is booming right now, right? It's having its moment.
Yeah.
And we've been waiting for this for 10 years.
Yeah, this is exactly what I hear too. Like this is the AI is basically just a trigger for legal tech and legal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Okay, sorry, that was terrible, but I can't.
No, that was actually fun. Good stuff. Good. Like, I mean, you're also probably not, you're probably tired. Yeah. Here with Adam, like here with InfoDash from the US.
Yes. Happy to be in London.
How has it been?
Man, it has been incredible. This is our third event in London this year, and I love it here.
What's different here than the US?
The people are different. It's less transactional.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's more relationship driven, and we just got to meet so many new people. Same firms a lot of times, but new people in the same firms.
Right. They start drinking earlier too, no?
They do. Yeah. Which is okay.
What is something you learned in the last 24 hours? Like something you will take home as a learning or an insight, an anecdote or something?
Man, that piece about the relationship side of this business. And in the US, we tend to be very transactional.
Right.
We're like, if you want to do the deal or not, it's fine either way, but let's just decide that and move on. Here, it's let's build a relationship. Let's talk for a few years, and then we'll see if we want to, proceed, move forward. So I find that really interesting. I like it. I like that better. Building those relationships is really important.
Nice. Give me a prediction for the next 3 years. What do you think the world will be like?
What will the world be like?
Oh, the legal tech world, of course. And what is happening for technology, the legal market?
I think that law firms are going to find that their competitive advantage is not in buying off-the-shelf products, but leveraging their internal knowledge for competitive advantage.
Okay. Good answer.
Yeah.
What's something that you think people should know, like an uncomfortable truth?
I think there's a huge difference in bringing your data to AI versus bringing AI to your data. And so talking about off-the-shelf products that everybody else is going to be using, that's not going to be a competitive differentiator. I think that's uncomfortable for a lot of people. They want to buy what everybody else is buying. I think leveraging your internal knowledge, your internal data, your internal people to build that competitive advantage using AI is going to be the game changer for firms.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Thanks for sharing that. Have a good trip, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks for sharing. Hi, everyone. I'm here with Andre. Maybe introduce yourself briefly to the crowd.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andre Salajan. I'm Director for Legal Tech and Innovation at Schoenherr.
Nice. Give me like the last 24 hours snapshot. What is like something you learned and something you saw that surprised you, you learned, you take home with you?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think people hear it a lot of times, but I'm quite entrenched in the legal tech community. So I come here mostly to meet friends, people, and talk about tracks, and I can hang out the whole. So it's not really about the sessions or workshops. We had some fun workshops yesterday, but we did a bingo, we did a couple of cool things. But no, it's all about the people and meeting a lot of friends in the community.
Nice. So give me a prediction. What's your prediction for the next 3 years, your outlook?
Look, there's obviously a lot of talk about the hype and the AI stuff and the thing. I think we're underestimating a bit still what can happen on the technology side.
Okay.
So there might be a bit of a bubble, a bit of a hype, but I think we're still very conservative, especially in the legal community, on what will shift on the technology side.
Yeah.
So I think if we're fast to adapt to that, I think it's super exciting because I think there's all that debate of ChatGPT versus the more complex legal AI solutions and stuff like that. I think that's missing the point. I think we will still be amazed by the technology, which will push the plateau for the solution providers to be even smarter, faster, and even better at developing on top of that. And that raises the whole thing. And we need to adopt, and we need push for usage and adoption and stuff. So there's a lot more energy coming, I think.
I like that.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that somebody said like like AI is overhyped and underhyped at the same time.
I fully agree. I fully agree. Look, during the weekend, I was just looking. I think there's a new study that came out, and they were looking at the compute for OpenAI.
Right.
And they were looking at how much did they invest in compute resources for their R&D usage, and how much did they invest for their just maintaining ChatGPT inference for the tools, for the end consumer tools. And it was 2 billion versus 6 or 7 on the R&D side, which I think shows, unless they're crazy or completely stupid, it shows that, which they're not, obviously, it shows that there's still a lot more to do on the tech side, right? So again, confirms a bit this, I think everyone will push higher and tough job for the providers, for you guys and for everyone else, right? It's
go with the flow, man.
Go with the flow and adapt fast, right? And build fast, yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Andre. Very cool.
Thank you.
Have a good conference.
See you around.
So I'm here with Henry on the streets of Legal Geek. And the interesting thing about you is you're an investor. Can you introduce yourself to the crowd, please?
Hi there, everyone. My name's Henry Grupp. I'm an investor with Leo Capital, which is an early stage fund in B2B. And we invest across verticals, not just legal tech. We look at things like digital health, fintech, and other B2B and now AI-driven businesses.
Nice. Can you advertise a business you're invested in? The one you're maybe wearing a t-shirt from?
I can indeed. I'm wearing the shirt from a company called Decover AI, who are doing really fascinating things as a legal brain, strategic legal brain for disputes, investigations, complex investigations, and litigators, really helping to be someone who can be alongside an additional team member across case chronologies, looking at evidentiary fact analysis, inconsistencies in witness statements, and strategic case management as well. Check them out. They're fantastic.
Nice. Good shout out. And you have a proud investor here. What did you learn the last 24 hours? Is this something you learned, saw, something that amused you, something you will take home with you?
It's great to see the buzz in the industry at the moment. We're really seeing a huge amount of energy around legal tech, which is fantastic because everyone's getting drawn into it.
Yeah.
Whether you're in the space as an in-house, as a lawyer, or as a legal tech entrepreneur. Also, people are coming in from outside. We're seeing engineers. You're saying this too. Good engineers starting to get attracted to legal.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
That's true. That's actually a change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So the community is actually the ecosystem is growing basically.
Correct. Yeah.
Give me an outlook. Where does that go? Like where will this lead to in the next 3 years?
Data is the fuel that fuels all these different industry verticals we look at.
Okay.
And I think the challenge remains in this space. And the reason why there's some speculation around valuations and how long they will stay as strong as they are is really getting access to those pools of data, those valuable pools of data, and increasing liquidity that is so valuable for you guys at BRYTER and others in the space. So I think a lot will depend on that. And we'll also see some interesting changes around the ability for people to roll their sleeves up to customize solutions and sort of blend that software and services piece as well.
Interesting. So are you speaking about the AI native law firms like vertically integrated service businesses?
Yeah.
Roll-ups as well? And
yeah, I think roll-ups I think is one traditional play around PE, etc. I think now the AI native space is where it's getting really interesting.
Okay.
People are testing not just the tech stack, but the talent stack that sits alongside it and the business model.
Right. But with the AI native firms, well, will we have a new metric to measure them, to evaluate them and all that? Like how do they fit into the let's say traditional picture of SaaS investing?
Well, it's about effectiveness and getting the job done and meeting the pain points for the market. It's always the same. If you've got product market fit, are you delivering value for the people who really care? Who's your ICP? Can we really deliver value for them and get them what they need? Clearly, there's a lot of speculation around the billable hour. That's going to have to change, and people are going to have to rethink it. So, as always, it's about finding where are the big pain points and how can people meet those without some of the legacy baggage that's holding up, which is around legacy tech stacks or talent stacks that can hold people back in the space. So those are prepared to really listen to the clients and the customers, deliver those solutions, spend the time getting to know them, customize the solutions.
Yeah.
Is absolutely critical.
I love that. There's a new word, a legacy talent stack. How about that? No, cool. Give me one unpopular opinion, something that maybe people don't want to hear about the future or the reality of technology and legal?
Folks are going to have to get more conversant with their data. Yeah.
Okay.
Data's not a thing. Data's not a liability. It's an asset. You've got to understand your data, understand the potential for it. And dare I say it, your clients are going to become more married to their data than your wonderful charismatic personality as a lawyer.
Nice.
Hate to say it.
Okay, good, nice. But also, you're advocating for the, like, let's say, tech-enabled lawyers, so that's like that part that they need to get right.
Yeah, it comes down to trust. Can you maintain that trusted relationship and use technology as a proxy for a one-to-one human trusting relationship? You've got to get on top of your data. You've got to say to you, the client, myself with a tech-enabled solution can still be trusted in the same way as we always had in a human one-to-one space. You've got to get into the data and the relationship to be able to achieve that.
Nice, very cool. Thanks for sharing that with me. Have a good conference.
Okay.
Also, we can cut. So, hi, I'm here with the DWF team at Legal Geek. Briefly introduce yourself. What do you do at DWF?
My name's Julia Perez, and I'm a partner and global head of legal operations for DWF.
Nice, impressive. How has this been for you, the last 24 hours of Legal Geek? What have you learned? What will you take home as like the #1 insight?
Well, it's been hectic, but we've had a brilliant experience, as always, connecting with lots of friends across the community. I think it's just reinforced for us that AI is really a strategic priority for businesses across the world.
So you say it's here, it's not buzzy, it's not hypey, it's a real use case, and it's now, it's there.
It's definitely now.
Okay, I love it. What's your prediction for the next 3 years? One prediction.
One prediction for the next 3 years is that we will see more and more people engaged. We will see more use of AI, continue with human in the loop, which is what we've talked about a lot whilst we've been here at the conference, and that we will see more and more engagement.
Okay, so everything up and to the right. Chart is growing up and to the right, but in a valuable way. More engagement, more adoption, and also still human in the loop, you say?
Absolutely. I think critically important to build trust, especially with our clients as well, and for the lawyers in here to preserve legal nuance.
Okay, nice. Well, one question, what would be your truth that people should know? If you had one statement, something that people in the world should know about legal innovation, impact of technology, that maybe people don't want to hear.
I think there's probably a misconception that for us as lawyers, that lawyers are going to be completely displaced by AI. I don't think that's true at all. I think the truth is that AI is going to really displace those who don't want to engage and who can't embrace AI. So I think really everybody needs to get on this journey and to embrace it to be able to move forward.
Nice. I want to say, you will probably not find many people who disagree with that statement though. Let's still go on. Thank you for sharing that. Cool. Have a good conference. Thanks.
Thanks very much.
Hi everyone. I met just Ben Hunt. Ben, introduce yourself to the crowd. What do you do?
Thank you. I'm Ben Hunt. I'm head of legal technology at DLA Piper.
Nice. Tell me, you're like a regular at Legal Geek events.
Yeah, been here a few
What
times.
have you learned in the last 24 hours? How has this been special?
I've been reminded of the power of connecting with like-minded people. You cannot overstate just the power of getting in touch with people, having similar challenges, solving the same problems, coming together as a community to solve it.
I spoke to people who have been here for the first time, and they all say the energy is so incredible. It's palpable to actually meet people randomly on the streets of Legal Geek.
Definitely. And it's a different vibe from day one to day two. Day one is energetic, everybody's going into it. Day two, more relaxed, you have better conversations. Yeah, it's really good.
That's very cool. Very unfiltered too. I like it. What is your prediction for the next 3 years? Give me something that you observe. How will the world be?
I think, obviously, from a legal tech perspective, we are going to see kind of two-tractor things. People talk about, do I need to get a foundational AI platform in, or do I do a little bit of building custom stuff? It's not and or, you can do both, and finding the right use cases and bringing up that kind of culture of experimentation within a law firm using the foundation tools, but then also doing some custom stuff to really do your special sauce and bringing it out. It's going to be a big thing.
I love this. It's something I agree with wholeheartedly, actually. It's like the two bifurcated approach. You have something for everyone, and then still focus on use cases that measure ROI and how you do that. Yeah. It's cool.
Sure.
Do you have an unpopular opinion? Something that you think people would not agree with? They'd be surprised with.
I think it's easy to get caught up in the Gen AI platform approach and assume that that's going to be your technological panacea and undervalue the power of niche, narrow tools that do one thing really well. You're still going to need those. And I think anybody that thinks that they can forget about those and spend time just on AI platforms, going around it the wrong way.
Okay, nice. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing.
Pleasure.
Have a good conference.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Hi, everyone. We're on the streets of Legal Geek, and I am here with Helena Wittmund from McDermott, Will, and Schulte, how you're called now. Thanks for joining me for the interview. Helena, what do you do at McDermott?
I'm part of McDermott's legal tech team and also a litigation lawyer.
Nice. So bifurcated role, law and tech, literally. Nice. What have you learned in the last 24 hours? How has Legal Geek treated you? How was it?
It was very nice. It's my first time here, so very crowded, a lot of vendors, a lot of people, very nice talks. What was your question?
What do you take with you? Like, what's the learning you had and what like kind of...
Okay, so AI obviously is the thing, but everybody is struggling with it. So that was nice for me to see, actually.
Okay, so you're not alone with your thoughts and like discussions you have. Yeah. Very cool. Give me a prediction of the next 3 years. Like, what do you think will change? Something that will happen.
I think less AI and more like real use cases.
What is a real use case?
That's the question. I'm looking out, so I'm asking everybody, what's your use case? And they are like document automation, normal use cases, but I'm curious to see what people are doing with all those great tools.
The use case discussion has been going on, I think, since the early days of legal tech. Yeah. And ironically, they're always the same, but now they're probably more user-friendly, I would say, but the discussion is like the same all the time. Yeah. What is a cool use case you heard other than document automation?
Well, I'm always interested in all the litigation use cases. So I see people like from the start to every draft doing everything with AI for their litigation cases, which seems nice.
Cool. Nice. Thanks for sharing. Last question. What is an unpopular opinion that you hold that people maybe not agree with about the future?
What is your unpopular opinion?
I ask a question here. My unpopular opinion. I have, to be honest, I think I have many unpopular opinions. One, I think AI without steering and control around it, and especially individualization and actions like workflows, is not useful enough. I think we have to. Here we go. You need that. And I also think the future is hybrid, not in a boring way, but AI and workflows working together, both in an agentic way, but also in a controlled human-in-the-loop way. I think that's the way to go. And I think that these two together have the potential to create real value, so they are not a hype, but actually they enable more use cases now because they're together, so they work synergetically. So in the eternal discussion about use cases, I think having AI and deterministic reasoning combined, you will unlock more use cases that we weren't even able to discuss before. Yeah. I think that's the interesting part.
And that's something I learned too, that like the normal use cases, the not AI use cases still exist and still are a big thing. Everybody's talking about AI, but there are also the other use cases which maybe get more attention in the future.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you very much, Helena, for doing this. Thanks for joining. So I'm on the streets of Legal Geek, and I'm here with Christina Blackwells from LawTech UK.
Yeah.
What do you do at LawTech UK?
So I chair LawTech UK's panel. LawTech UK is the only one in the world that is sponsored by government. So we're there to help lawyers and technologists get it right.
Nice. And also you're a regular at Legal Geek?
I am. Been to everyone.
I think so too, yeah. I have not been to everyone. I missed the first one, but then I came to almost everyone, I think. What have you learned this time? When you go home, what is the one thing you will take with you as a new learning, observation, anecdote?
Okay, so I was really lucky to take part in the Women in Tech Roundtable. Mm-hmm. And what I learned from that was something awful, which is that only 2% of VC capital goes to women. Okay.
Female founders?
Female founders, yeah.
Yeah.
And something great, which is the support, the camaraderie, the intention to help each other in really challenging circumstances. So that was really exciting, inspiring for me.
Yeah. That's a good observation. Nice. What's your prediction for the next 3 years? Something that will change?
Gosh, 3 years is a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, but like, you know, people start to do 3-year contracts. So,
I know.
Yeah.
Well, most law firms have done their sort of 2030 vision, that sort of thing. So, which is bold. I predict that there will be a lot of change over that period of time. If you think about the change that's been effected in law tech and in legal services in the last 12 months, it's going to, I think, really accelerate over the next 2 to 3 years. So, having the right legal technologies, the right AI in place is going to be a hygiene factor. And then it will be an issue of how different tools and different technologies interact and talk to each other and make life easier for the users, whoever they are. But I've just realised I'm wearing a crown, so nobody's gonna listen to me.
No, they will. But also, most people will probably know you anyways. So the crown just makes it better. The crown just makes it better.
So funny.
What is your unpopular opinion that you hold that other people should know? Is there something you think that the market should know that you keep telling people?
Yes, there is. And it's what I talked about on the stage earlier, which is, we have to start to solve the access to justice, the unmet legal need crisis with technology. It's unconscionable that we haven't done this. So, I'm really hoping it's a call to action, really, to say to everybody, come on, all of your company, every company can be a real big part of the solution.
Yes, I agree. We give tech away to NGOs and to academic bodies.
Great.
The issue with the public administration, justice system, public bodies is always the regulatory boundaries, regulatory complexity, and actually using modern software. It's sad. Like if you we can start with cloud usage to make that easier. You will already facilitate so much improvement in the legal sector, in the public space, in access to justice. It's incredible.
Yeah, but the important thing is that, there are all these barriers, but they're all addressable.
Sure.
So we just need to have the intention, the will to keep working to try and get to a place where actually, this is a public good, that people have access to justice and that they are utilising technology either in self-serve or being supported by charities, lawyers, whomever, to be able to live decent lives. I think it's a basic human right. So that's the thing I'm really pushing on.
If you have an idea how to support there, and if you have an idea how to make this easier, then reach out to Christina Blackwells from LawTech UK. This is much appreciated. Make the world a better place. Thank you, Christina, for joining. Very cool. Does my crown work? Great.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm on the streets at Legal Geek, and I met Leila Garbi here. Leila, tell people what you do.
So,
who don't know you.
Yeah, so I'm Leila Gabi. I'm a legal tech and operations strategist by day, and by night I bring sparkles to the legal tech industry. So I'm there to celebrate diversity, inclusion, and bring a bit of creativity to this.
And crowns. And crowns.
And crowns. I give away crowns, and I give away some for Christmas, by the way.
Crowns for Christmas. Leila, tell me what have you learned? What is one of the let's say experiences, learnings, or things you experienced in the last 24 hours at Legal Geek?
So I feel it's my 4th Legal Geek.
Nice.
So I've been someone. Yeah, I'm
collecting wristbands.
Yeah, I'm collecting the wristbands. But I feel like this time there is a higher appetite even for AI, but not in the regular conversations that we used to have, should we invest, should we buy, etc. But more even I felt like people were frustrated not to hear more, they wanted to have something more practical. So I would say, and as we're talking to more in-house teams, I feel like now there is a big corporate push. So maybe it's what I learned that Now it comes from within. So instead of legal teams fighting to get budget to buy AI, there is a push from within the business. So they are there really to look into tools and see how they can do better.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the market has gone to also expecting it, adopting it, and there's actual usage?
Yes, and I've seen as well in my own experience now that I work with different in-house teams that there is, even in the annual reviews, there is like kind of a mandatory categories where they evaluate employees on their use of AI. So now I guess it's a bit easier for legal teams, depending on the companies, not all of them, but some of them that have that embedded in their annual reviews, we have like more now strong positions and strong like buyer power.
Nice. What's your prediction for the next 3 years? What will change?
So I was speaking to someone and he's head of legal operations somewhere, confidential. But we were talking about like the future being a bit more agentic.
Yeah.
So I feel like the past few years, I've been in the legal industry tech industry for the past 5 years, legal industry for the past 12 years. And I feel like Gen AI is definitely there to stay, but I feel like a lot of people are looking more like for agentic AI.
Okay.
So that's more like kind of what I see. But even though, in my own opinion, people need to start doing even the simple things before they...
Yeah, because they can full automate.
Yeah.
Okay, agreed.
So more, I would say like more power to the teams, but like Gen AI is definitely there to stay, or maybe like build your own product type of thing.
I agree. I mean, look, from my professional perspective, I agree, but also I think this is a vibe you can catch here.
Yeah.
I agree. Cool, interesting, nice. Give me an unpopular opinion you hold. What should people know? What do people not want to see? Like some statement that you think is important.
Okay. So for context, I worked for legal tech vendor for 2 years.
Okay.
So I've been in the vendor side and on the buyer side. And my unpopular opinion, maybe popular, I don't know, is that buyers should see legal tech buying a bit like modern day dating. And they should approach vendors in a more empowered perspective. They need to know what they want. So when they are in their interaction with the vendor, it's not just the vendor trying to pitch and talk about the product. They need to know exactly to do the work from inside. What are my priorities? What are my red flags? What are something that I really like? What are the plus? What will make a guy go from a 7 to a 9 or whatever? Not small. So I think that would be like my take to change that narrative that is like buyers versus vendors, but more like coming aware of what you want. So if you know what you want, let's say you want to date for marriage, or you just looking around.
You want to learn.
So whatever you want, you need to know what you want. So do the inside work and come aware. So you can be in a level playing field.
Yeah. No, good. Okay. So I like that. That's a tweetable nugget, Leila. It's like, buyers treat procurement like modern dating.
Yeah.
Get your priorities straight, make clear what you want, communicate it, set boundaries.
They don't get impressed by the guy with the shiny car. Like,
and don't forget to have fun, though. Don't forget to have fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.